Well, this is the Provo River, the middle Provo, not too far below Jordanelle Reservoir, and it's the end of July. The wild brown trout, lots of brown trout in here. They're not stocked. This is Alder here, that's his name. He's a beginner, he's only been fly fishing for 1 month. And he's a good student. We're fishing a bounce rig here, we showed him how to do it. Notice he's flipping the line upstream, he's mending. Yes, he's a good student. And let it go down, get a nice long drift, this natural drift. And if you get a natural drift, you get fish on. So, Dan is going to come out here and net it for him. Notice he's been very careful keeping the rod up high, playing the fish with the tip of the rod. If you let the rod point at the fish, he gets a straight pull, and a lot of times they get off, or the hook pulls out, or even break them off. So got that one. He's quite happy. He's just a beginner at this trout fishing, or at the fly fishing anyway. About 14 inches.
Awesome.
All right. Go ahead and talk real loud because the water's making a lot of noise. Okay, talk real loud. Keep your head back. Just don't.
It's so fun.
Don't kind of stay steady now. All right, just talk loud. Go ahead.
He doesn't know what you want him to say. Just tell him
What
where
are
you
you
are,
doing?
and what we're doing.
Yeah, just say what you want to say, man.
Where
Yeah.
are we and what are we doing? What
Yeah.
are you learning to do today? What have you learned?
Well, what did you catch?
Say anything you want to say.
What did you catch? A brown trout. How big was it?
Brown trout.
Hey, he's 14, 15 inches. That's not a bad fish.
Not a bad fish out here on the bounce rig. First time learning from the best.
How many have you caught today?
That was my fourth one.
That's not bad. It's a sled. People are having a tough time today, but 4 fish isn't bad. Now, how many did your dad have?
He probably has a couple more than me.
Uh-oh, we got to catch you another fish then.
Yep.
All right.
You can see it's getting a little bit later in the day. It's starting to get some shadow. Fishing improves usually when they get the harsh light off the water. Too bright, middle of the day is the tough time to fish in the summertime. In the wintertime, yeah, the sun and the heat and everything is good, but in the summertime it makes it tough. So we're glad to see the little bit of shade coming. Still using a bounce rig. Dan's out there. Notice Dan stays close to the client and gives instruction. Some guys just stand up on the bank with their arms folded. Of course, some people want to do it just themselves, but most people, they like to have some extra instruction. If, you know, that's what we do. We teach people. If they already know what they're doing, they could catch them anyway. Now, there's another one. That's a little bigger. That's about 15, 16 inches. Caught that on a midge pupa. He's happy. Well, there's Alder again. He's fishing again. He's going away to college in the fall, going up to Utah State, as I recall. Notice it. Yeah. Kind of pleased to see that he's casts out there and he mends and then bang, gets another one. I'll tell you, the mending's very important. In other words, you're flipping the line upstream so that the rig comes down naturally. It's not moving to the side. Even a little bit to the side, macro drag we call it, is a problem. Notice he's keeping the rod up high. You play the fish with the tip. Now, he looks like he's a professional there, but Dan's too far away there. But Dan is telling him when to reel and when not. And when you're not reeling, he's supposed to keep his hand off of that reel so the drag will work. Yeah, I got that one. Always wet your hands if you're going to pick the fish up. Let's show what he's got there, another 14-inch trout. He's a wild trout. Some places you catch huge trout, some places you catch tiny trout, some places you catch a lot of nice medium-sized trout like this. Now that's real time there. He just cast out and caught it immediately. I was telling Dan, I wanted him to cast a few times so that I could get the sequences of the casting. And Dan said, well, run the camera because he's going to catch one. Dan had a lot of confidence in this young man, and that was well founded, I think. He's telling him to keep the rod up. That doesn't mean to raise the rod over your head. Well, when it's in close like that, you can raise the rod over your head, and that brings the fish to the guide. By the way, Alder was very good at bringing the fish to the net for us. Sometimes when we guide people, they keep pulling the fish away from us. They're all excited and they want to get the fish in, and we're trying to net it, and they're pulling it away from us. That's why some of the guys use monster nets and go thrashing out in there. Now this is getting later in the evening. No indicator, no net fishing now. What we're doing now is swinging a soft hackle. In other words, a wet fly. We're fishing traditional wet flies here. We showed Alder what to do. He hooked a fish. He's bringing it in. Another nice fish. Now that's Alder's casting. I didn't have much time to help him with the casting. He needs a little bit of help with that, but he did get it out there. And he did do what I asked him to, and that is cast it out and let it drift in the current and sink so that when it swung around below him, he could bring the line in and catch the fish. You keep your tip down near the water when you retrieve on these little soft hackle flies. Now it's getting kind of towards the evening, and I actually got to fish myself. And I've got one on there. I was using the soft hackle also. Bring it in with little twitches, with pulling it with your hand there, and make it look alive. Make it look like it's going swimming along, little jerky movements. That's the way caddis do. Caddis emerge like that in the evening, some of them. The fish go crazy for them. They hit them really fast, really good.
So what are we doing?
We're on the middle Provo River at the big bend here of an unknown hole. No, it's not an unknown hole. This is a little lurker hole. And we're using soft hackles. We're swinging soft hackles.
And it's about to get dark.
We're about running out of light.
And our guys don't have flashlights, but they don't want to quit.
They won't quit.
Well, what's the day? Today's like July 18th. We're back on the Provo River. We've been doing a lot of fishing and guiding people, but we haven't been doing a lot of video because we've been so busy. And we've even been getting questions. People are worried about us. And so everybody should know we're doing okay. We just been having too much fun and too busy to actually take video. So when you see this, people can quit worrying about us.
Yeah,
We've
so-
actually, we're on the upper part of the middle Provo, and today's been a pretty good day. Catching fish on the bottom, bounce rig, and it turned dark. We thought we'd do a swing of soft tackles, and these guys been wearing them out.
But you know what, Dan? They were taking bigger things today.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stone flies were out.
Yeah, what size hook were we using? Like size 8?
It's about a 10.
10? Big stone
We thought
flies.
we'd be using 20s.
Not these little 20s today, so we actually have something to hold a big fish.
Had
So
to stick them.
that's right.
Had to train our people to stick them harder.
Yeah, like bass fishermen. We've been doing like bass fishermen today,
Yeah.
sticking it.
I started my guy out. I told him to hit it really easy,
Yeah,
and then I had to tell him to hit it hard. He got conflicted.
yeah. He's
But
used to. Well,
he got around to it.
normally we don't need to hit them that hard because we lose such small flies. But with big flies, hit them hard.
All right,
as
so
long
let's
as your
start.
tipper can take it.
It's dark. We're running.
All right,
We're running out of light.
we're dark. We're out of here.
Well, just after sundown is the magic time to fish. If you haven't tried it, get out there and try it. If you got a long way to walk back, be sure you have a light.